Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. My name is Kelsey, aka the Empress, and today we are looking at what makes you magnetic, what makes people drawn to you or attracted to you. Okay, so we're going to jump into this, and I'm actually going to shuffle out the cards for the pile selection on camera here. That's just something that I felt called to do a little bit differently this time. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll get into the card selection. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle these and see, for those souls that are going to be tuning into group number 1, what makes you magnetic? Okay, and I will also be placing crystals on these cards. So if you find that maybe you're drawn to one before we put crystals on, but then maybe another one when there's crystals on them, there just may be messages for you in both piles. So these are general readings. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't for who it's meant for, okay? So for the souls tuning in to group number 2, what makes group number 2 magnetic, please? And for the souls tuning into group number 3, what makes group number 3 magnetic? Okay, so here is our card selection. I'm going to go ahead and put crystals on them now. These are our crystals. We have clear quartz on pile number 1. We have lepidolite on pile number 2, and we have citrine on pile number 3. I will have the timestamps listed below. So go ahead, take your time, pause the video if you need a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1, those of you that chose card number 1 here with the clear quartz. This reading's for you, and we're looking at what makes you magnetic, okay? So group number 1, just with the clear quartz energy, I am getting that there is an aspect of you that is very transparent as well as authentic that people do really enjoy. People are very drawn to how transparent you are. This kind of what you see is what you get type energy is coming through here for those of you that chose group number 1. And people are really attracted to the fact that it feels like confidence, it feels like strength, it feels like willpower, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at your card here, and then we'll get into your tarot and go a little deeper into what makes you so magnetic, group number 1. We have answers. I love this. There is an aspect of like truth, of transparency, of honesty, right? There's like this, what I'm hearing here is like you don't leave people with unanswered questions. There's a sense of clarity here, and truth, honesty that makes you very magnetic. People really are very drawn to you because of these traits that you have, group number 1. As well as I am hearing that you guys may be very good problem solvers or very wise, group number 1. I feel like my souls in group number 1 are very wise, like you always have the answers. You may even be the kind of soul here that others always come to for advice or for clarity. People really are very drawn to your counsel. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot, group number 1, and go a little deeper into what makes you magnetic. Group number 1. We have the Tower. We have the Two of Swords. Wow. And we have the World. Wow, group number 1. I really feel like you guys are very powerful beings. I feel like you guys have the ability to really almost change people's world just by having a conversation with them. Like you're very good at like blowing people's minds, really bringing a lot of enlightenment to people just by sitting down and having a conversation. And with this Two of Swords here, a lot of the times this can talk about indecision. And this is really kind of validating that energy. Like people come to you for answers. People are very drawn to you for your wisdom and for your opinion and for your counsel and for the clarity that you bring in. It's like you really help turn people around. You really help people find their way just by sharing your perspective. You're very enlightening, and people are very, very drawn to your words is really what I'm feeling here. Like people really love to listen to you talk. Group number 1, you guys may be very, very, very powerful public speakers. You may be very powerful kind of writers or poets, or there's just something very powerful about your voice and very magnetic about your voice, whether that voice is expressed physically, verbally, or written, or even through like artistic measures potentially for some here. Your voice is very enlightening, and it really, I feel like, changes people's worlds. You guys are like a catalyst for people to really raise their consciousness or get very clear on what it is that they believe in. I feel like group number 1, you guys may also really have a tendency to draw in people who don't know what to believe or don't know what they believe in as far as, you know, life or a higher power or spiritually, or these types of very deep kind of aspects of ourself. You help people kind of dive into the depths of themselves just by speaking your own truth. Wow. That's very interesting, group number 1. You're a catalyst for change in perspective, change in direction, potentially for some of you guys. And it's your voice. However that voice is expressed, it's your voice. So let's go ahead and pull one more card for you, group number 1. What makes you so magnetic? Group number 1, why are people attracted to you? Why are people drawn to you? Group number 1, please. Okay. So we have here moving forward with air, which is very much so this wisdom and this communication type energy here. You help people kind of solidify their path forward, or really help them kind of align. And then we also have I am presence. Wow. It's almost as though your voice creates a portal for people to move into like a whole new reality. Group number 1, that is just absolutely amazing. I love that so much. The people are very drawn to your voice, very drawn to your wisdom, very drawn to the answers that you provide. Wow. So this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose pile number 1. Leave a little bird emoji. Consider subscribing or even joining the channel if you feel called to do so. I thank you so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 2. Those of you that chose card number 2 with the lepidolite here. This reading is for you, and we are looking at what makes you magnetic, okay? So we are going to start off here, and then I'll shuffle out the tarot afterwards. But group number 2, coming into your reading with the stone that you guys chose here, I am really getting a sense of like overall comfort, and I feel like people are very drawn to you or attracted to you because you make them feel safe in who they are, or make them feel like it's safe to express themselves, or like there's almost this energy of feeling safe from judgment in your presence, and that is something that's coming up here. So I love that. There's like a gentleness about your soul that people are very drawn to, group number 2, okay? And I almost hear some of you guys like laughing at that. Like maybe you've struggled with anger issues, or maybe you're very passionate, or maybe you get very heated, or, you know, maybe you're a fire sign, group number 2. But there is a gentleness like about your soul, your spirit, that is very magnetic, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at your card here. Group number 2, what makes you magnetic? We have finding. Okay. So group number 2, I really feel like you guys help people. It's almost like help people find their way home. Like you are a compass. And there's again just this overall sense of comfort and of gentleness. Like you help it's almost like you help people come back to themselves just with your presence, because they don't feel ashamed of themselves, or they don't feel like they have to hide themselves or prove anything while they're in your presence. Wow. And that can be very transformative in a very deep way, to the souls that are drawn to you, group number 2. Wow. So let's pull some tarot and go a little deeper into this message and what makes you so magnetic. Why are people attracted to you? Why are people drawn to you? Group number 2. Group number 2. I'm really hearing like the where have you been all my life kind of energy. I feel like people are very much so feel like once they've met you, or once they've found you, like you're the piece that they didn't know was missing, whether it be romantic or not, okay? We have here the Wheel, the 3 of Pentacles. Wow. And the 4 of Cups. Okay, so group number 2, there's definitely something here where it's like, it's almost like people find you at exactly the right moment in life. You feel like luck to some people. You feel like very expansive to people. Like people can be their whole self, right? And with the 3 of Pentacles here, this is I feel like group number 2, you guys just have a tendency or a way of bringing people together, a way of even people that may be kind of in conflict or indifferent to each other. You have a way of bringing like different kinds of people together. Very Libra energy coming in here. Like you may be kind of the matchmaker of your family or of your friend group. Like you may have been the one to introduce a lot of your friends to each other, and now some of them may be very, very close. I feel like group number 3, you have a tendency to really your presence has a tendency to help people heal the parts of themselves that they are dissatisfied with, or help them accept the parts of themselves that they are dissatisfied with. And it's because your energy just feels so accepting. And people are very drawn to this. Like, they're very drawn to your energy because they feel comfortable. They feel like they don't have to change, like they don't have to be somebody else, like they don't have to mask. And it brings a lot of joy. People may really want to celebrate you, or you may find it very difficult, group number 2, to even kind of be alone. There may be periods of your life where you feel like there's always somebody there, or like always somebody wanting access to your energy. So I do want to say for group number 2 that there may be a need to really be mindful of giving too much of yourself away, because there's almost something here where it's like people may almost begin to rely or become codependent on your energy or on your presence. So just be mindful of that. Wow. So let's pull a couple last messages for you, group number 2, in regards to what makes you magnetic. What are people attracted to, or what are people drawn to about you? Group number 2, please. We have the masculine and the sun. And I feel like group number 2, this has a lot to do with, it's almost like people like to watch you work. People like to watch you move through life. People like to watch you cook. People like to watch you create. People like to watch you do whatever it is that you do. People really like to watch you like move through life. I feel like almost like group number 2, you guys would be a really good actor or actresses, very good on stage. Like you have a presence that's expansive. You have a presence that kind of demands people's attention. And then we also have soul awakening. Yes, I love this. Group number 2, you guys, there's something here where it's like you have the ability to expand people in a way that they didn't know they needed. You have a tendency, like your presence has a way of expanding people almost spiritually. Wow. So that's really powerful, group number 2, and I absolutely love this. You feel comfortable, you feel like home. But people also really like to look at you. People like to look at you. Even like glamour magics and things like that may be something that's very, very powerful for you, group number 2. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you, group number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below and leave a little sun emoji if this was your pile. And consider subscribing or even joining the channel if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose card number 3 with the citrine here, this reading is for you, and we are looking at what makes you magnetic, what are people drawn to about you, what makes you attractive. Okay, so group number 3, starting off here, as I was tuning into your energy, there was a couple things coming through. And first of all, there's a strong like Hecate presence here, and I feel like you guys, it's like you feel like the moon. There's something very mysterious, very mysterious about you that I feel like people are very drawn to. Very almost magical about you, and you feel very luxurious. There's something about your energy here where it's like you feel like wealth. You feel like luxury. You feel rich. Interesting. People are very drawn to this. Money magic may be something that's very powerful for you, even if it's not something that has been before. Maybe at the time that you find yourself at this video, it could be very powerful for you. You're very unique as well. I feel like group number 3, you guys may have a tendency to kind of really make your own path, and you do things that people may even view it as kind of like the odd one out, or, you know, the black sheep type energy. And it's like you make those energies look and feel good. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get into your cards here, group number 3, and go a little deeper into what makes you magnetic. So we're going to start here, and then I'll shuffle your tarot out afterwards. So group number 3, what makes you magnetic here? Wow, look, we have the career card. Like I said, there's something about money here. You feel like wealth. You feel luxurious. Your energy kind of exudes this essence of abundance that people are very drawn to. You may even find group number 3, which isn't always the best thing in the world, but you may find that people definitely come to you for money, or advice in regards to money or financial situations. You know, you may really excel with numbers, or with like accountant type vibes. People are very attracted to the work that you do, whether that work brings in a lot of like actual financial wealth or not. I feel like the work that you do kind of speaks for itself, whether that work be, you know, something you actually get up and like go to a job or a corporation to do every day or not. There's just something here where it's like the work that you do, the work that you put in, people admire. Group number 3. But I definitely feel a lot of money coming in for you one way or another, and that's strong here, group number 3, okay? Let's go ahead here and see. It's almost like you're multifaceted. Group number 3, you may be very good at creating multiple income streams, but also like stability. That makes you very magnetic as well. People are very drawn to the stability that you're able to create. But let's pull some tarot. Group number 3, please. What makes group number 3 magnetic? 10 of Pentacles. I'm not surprised to see that card here. And then the 6 of Pentacles. So group number 3, we have the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Swords here, I feel like in regards to what makes you magnetic, it has a lot to do with your ability to always find your way out of certain situations. And you're always able to kind of learn how, it's like you have this innate ability to navigate the world in a way that just seems kind of surreal. I just feel a lot of people being like, how do you do that? How do you always do that? How do you always get out of these situations? Or how do you always look on the bright side? How do you always make the right decision? And I feel like group number 3, you guys may really have kind of like a guardian angel or like a soul guardian type energy that's always been with you, guiding you. And you're very good at listening to that voice, even if you don't realize it. You're very good at listening to what your guides are saying. and following their instruction. And it makes you look and feel very magical, like from the outside looking in, like you leave people in awe and inspired. We also have the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, and this really speaks of career and wealth and finances as well. The 10 of Pentacles talks about your legacy, and it talks about the work that you do, right? What you build, what you create, the work that you do. There's something about that that is very, very magnetic. The work that you do here, group number 3, whether it be physical, energetic, however that might come through for you, whether it be like art that people look at, the work that you do really is very magnetic to other people. They love to watch you work. They love the work that you do. We also have the 6 of Pentacles, and your ability to give is also very, very magnetic, and people really are very drawn to you because there's something here about like not making them feel like they're less than you. Like you have a tendency to make people feel like they're equal, which they are. There's just something here like this essence of, this may be something you've experienced before, like not making somebody feel bad because they're in need or needy at some point in time in their life. And for some of my group number 3s, this career or this abundance, this wealth, or this energy that you've created may have stemmed from living in poverty or from living in lack or in need in some way, shape, or form. It's almost, I'm getting this vibe of like started from the bottom type energy for you, group number 3, and watching you rise is very magnetic to some people. Like watching you level up, watching you kind of climb that ladder of wealth, of abundance, watching you break these cycles of poverty or lack is very, very magnetic. Okay. So let's pull a couple more cards for you, group number 3. What makes you magnetic? Group number 3, please. We have I am presence. What makes group number 3 magnetic? And we have self-expression. So group number 3, you guys may be very, very good at kind of entering into a flow state or into a state of like channeling. You guys may be channelers, and this can come out verbally. You could channel messages to other people, and maybe that's how you make your money, and you channel that kind of higher power that I was talking about earlier and kind of help guide people out of their lack or their need as well as like this flow state of creation. I feel like you guys enter this very effortlessly, and it makes you very magnetic. Okay, people are very, very drawn to you, especially when you're in this flow state. Group number 3, I love it. And then even the bottom of the deck, we have angels and spirit guides with the upper world. There's something that's very, very, very closely connected to your guides, to higher realms, that makes you very magnetic as well. Like you're very much so in, I feel like, in both realms at the same time. Interesting. And that's kind of that flow state. Like you are almost like a messenger from other realms or from higher dimensions, and this like makes your energy very attractive, group number 3. but this is what I'm seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you, group number 3. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. And comment down below and leave a tree emoji or a rainbow emoji if this was your pile. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today. Consider subscribing or even joining the channel if you feel called to do so. Again, I thank you so very much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.